but we lost to Call. I feel like.
Yeah, we were pretty disappointed after the loss to Complexity.
Yeah,
we felt like we could beat them.
That was your first big LAN, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine. You guys are here, and
we are doing quite decent lately.
So, yeah. So
how long you guys been a team?
Well, I joined them like 8 months ago, but they played together for like...
Yeah, we were playing together like for 2 years maybe, with some minor changes in the team.
I think Eldest Josh and Exotic Deer, they've been playing there for a long time.
Yeah, for 3 years
then
or
Misha
something.
joined after some time, and they are seeking together as free, then I came to the team, and then Peitos as well.
Yeah, I joined this year, like on the February, I think, or something.
And you guys are all 5 Polish, right?
Yeah.
You guys are gonna win WESG too?
No, we couldn't, because it was like the same term as as we were in China.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That was quite unfortunate.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I mean...
We're busy at another time.
Did you guys see the last first game between EG and OG?
I saw some part of it. Like I saw the beginning and the ending. I was not sure like how it changed because in the beginning like EG was owning, and suddenly I alt tapped and I was like playing, and then suddenly I alt tapped back and I see like OG is just going for Axis.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like the EG draft was quite bad. Like the second pick Razor, yes, it was like that.
Yeah, they fourth picked the Razor as second pick.
Yeah.
Fourth pick. So they opened Disruptor Slaughter, third pick Tide, and fourth pick Razors.
They had no answer for Juggernaut TP with Spin, so
it
was quite hard.
We mentioned that during the
Razor felt like pretty bad against their heroes, so I'm not quite sure. I feel like their drafts lately are quite bad.
The third game versus EG, we were all on the couch and we all thought EG is going to win that game, but you guys pulled it through and you came back with the Medusa. No, wait, were you on the couch?
I'm just
so. Do you think kind of like what do you think about that game compared this into the first one? Do you think like EG won the lanes very hard versus you guys in that game, right?
I feel like they kind of underestimated us. Like Sumail went for this strange build for sure. That's what, stylish. That's what we can say. Like I feel like if he went for Yules and they just split push us, they could have won it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we played the game perfect. Like we made a lot of mistakes as well. So both sides were playing pretty bad this game. So.
Yeah. But I was saying on the couch, I like your drafts, your guys' team drafts. It's like your own. You guys came in with your own playstyle, and I don't know if you learned it from scrims and stuff, but the whole like the carry enches and
we feel like
and stuff like that. It's
we
cool.
tried Dazzle as well on the safe lane before. And stuff like
I feel like we understand what is quite strong this patch. Like you just pick Medusa, you pick Morphic, and then you add 4 random heroes,
and you win the game.
You're set to go.
Like the way you say it like that, it doesn't seem genius, but it technically is because you did it, you know. So
you're doing something else for other people, aren't
pick Medusa and then add 4 heroes, and you are good to go.
Yeah. So this game, EG has first pick. Last game they had second pick. So it seems EG probably. I think OG chose last game, right? First pick.
Yes.
Yeah. So this game, EG took first pick. OG took Radiant. And let's see the first pick. Yeah, Shadow Demon.
Maybe that's a deny pick, possibly, because OG's been picking it every game, even if they didn't have the best success.
I think it also might just be like EG. It's a comfort hero for them. Last game they picked the Disruptor Slaughter, and they didn't seem as comfortable with it. So.
I think EG's like strategy is quite predictable. Like they pick the safe lane hero for fear. Like that's babysitting whole game. They are making like Sumail and Arteezy feel safe with fierce hero, so you can easily counter it.
Yeah, they pick like
you pick super hard carry safe lane because your safe laner will farm whole game freely because they are not pressuring. The one game we lost to them, they actually changed it. They came with double offlane. That's why we had a lot of troubles this game.
The Abaddon Shadow.
And they had Timbersaw versus Tidehunter.
You were the bounty in that game, right?
Yeah.
And I was saying in the cast, like you didn't expect them to.
Yeah, I didn't expect them at all.
Because I thought you should.
I was sure that they will like go safe lane as usual.
Yeah. Because I was saying in the couch that you should have started mid, blocked, and then you run top, but you didn't expect it.
Yeah,
so now I can see from your concept, like you studied them and you're like, so EG never does it, and that's a cool way. That's a cool thing to hear.
So when you're going into these like pre-game plan type stuff, like you say, I'm going to do this at the start of the game. How much of it is based off of the heroes, and how much is based off of the team you're playing against?
Well, we check replays for sure, how the enemy plays and stuff like this, and then I try to I often go aggressively and I try to check how the lanes are to see if they rotated or they made some strange decisions with the laning stage. and then we try to adapt if I see someone. Like if I see that they went aggro tri-lane, we try to adapt to it.
Okay. Yeah, usually it depends on heroes, but with Fiji I was like 100% sure there's no way they will go soul.
I didn't see them on, like I even tried to
they
check
go
them.
like double offlane and we lost the game really hard.
So, Rasta Tiny from OG. Do EG just take the Medusa here? We've seen this Medusa versus Tiny a lot.
Yeah.
And it seems to have been winning a lot versus the Tiny.
My mid laner says that like Tiny rapes Medusa.
Huh.
Tiny should have 20 CS and 20 denies.
In lane,
in lane,
in lane, not in game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, in game it doesn't matter because like Tiny is gonna combo Duza and she lost like what 20% of her mana or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Is how late game like teams had this Tiny.
Early game, Tiny can push towers quite good as well. So.
That is true.
But like last game, EG didn't pick the Medusa early on. Alright, this game they wanted. It's shot them on Medusa. It's like good heroes.
I think so far like the win percentage of Medusa versus Tiny, I don't know the exact number, but it seems quite high. But like what your mid laner says, it's like that's a pure one-on-one. But obviously, you know, you guys have Rubik, Medusa, Ogre Magi sitting mid, and have fun Tiny, right?
Just try mid with Medusa.
Have fun Tiny. You can go back to your well. So. Medusa, EG is like one of the, I think the only other team that lost with Medusa, I think it was EG and OGD. I guess OG lost yesterday, so she's been losing. The first day or two, she didn't lose a single game, but...
I think a lot of it's also been on the team that's like picking Medusa though. Like it's not like people are definitely finding counters after her having such a successful tournament, but I think a lot of these teams are like saying, oh, Medusa's really strong, and they don't necessarily pick around it all that well. Like we saw in the OG game, they had like literally no damage when they picked the Medusa, and then BP had this like unkillable Morphling. So I'm curious to see if like how much people have adjusted in terms of their drafting around the Medusa. It's not like hero you can just like plug into any lineup and it's good.
Yeah. It looks like EG want to target the S4 plus the Jerax heroes. If you look at the bans, they banned the Tusk, the Panda, the ET, the Puck, and I think what's the last hero? I guess S4 kind of plays Puck.
Batra there as well, he likes to play, but it kind of fall off the meta, I feel like.
I don't think you can pick the bat like this because EG has the first
Shadow
pick.
Demon as well, like.
Yeah, they have the counter pick, right? So there's like Omni Knight, Abaddon, or sorry, Omni Knight and Tide. There's other like two favorite heroes.
Tide is quite good.
Yeah. OG, they picked this safe lane Tiny a lot at MDL. If you guys watched that, so.
The problem if they pick like Tide Hunter, EG could just answer with Razor, and Razor would be good versus Tide on the lane. Versus Tiny, it's kind of fine as well, I feel like. And it's good versus Rasta as well, because you have the hero to kill the wards. Like, it's always important to have this hero that can just man up a little and just kill the wards.
Duza is quite good against the wards as well.
I do think what you said about the EG in the game versus you guys, like, I feel like this Rasta hero, you should try and contest him in lane. Yeah. Like, you don't want to give him the free lane, right?
If you solo offlane against Rasta, he just denies every creep and you are level 1.
You're sad.
Shit.
He doesn't even have to deny, he'll just attack you.
Yeah,
you have to run away.
You always have to dual lane versus Rasta, because he has such good base attack damage and he has the spell to like zone out solo offlaner. But if there's like, I don't know, Clockwork, Air Spirit or something, he can't do anything versus this lane. And like, denies matter too much right now. So Rasta is so good.
Yeah. I was watching, I think Liquid at the Dream League. They picked Furon versus Rasta and looked good too. The Treants and Mind Control in the interview said that he thinks Furon is very good versus Rasta in lane. So I don't think Universe really plays Rasta right now, Furon.
Furon,
And both teams are probably going to pick their 4 position here, right? OG. And yeah, they actually banned the Tinker last. They didn't ban so now both Tide and Omni are in the pool still.
A ton of fours are still banned though, like ET, Tusk, Clock. Okay, Nyx is like one of the few ones left. Good against Dusa, right?
Yeah, it's good versus Dusa. Kind of good as well versus Shadow Demon, because you can always proc on the poison and stuff.
What's left for EG in terms of 4 positions? 4-position player?
Bounty Hunter, I guess.
It's very good actually. Bounty, right?
But yeah, it can pressure Rasta, like you don't want to play...
Yeah, it's good against Rasta, but... Yeah, it's quite good here actually.
It's bad. What else does Crypt play? I don't know if you'll want to play Slardar again. Sanking is there?
Oh yeah,
Titan is banned.
Sanking is the Clock is banned. All these 4s are just banned, actually. There's like only really Sanking left.
Yeah, we were talking about that last game. They're either like all banned or none of them are banned, it seems like.
But That basically is the OG tri lane, right? The safe lane tri lane. You guys think? I feel that lane is very like, it is kind of the support duo is very weak.
Yeah, you can definitely contest.
Yeah. So,
Tiny tends to make up for that though.
yeah, he took the starter again. Starter is very good versus the Nyx. I hate playing Nyx for starter because you're just so tanky. You're fast. It's hard to hit your stun on him, and whenever he just amps, you can just kill him in the fights.
Yeah, and it's Shadow Demon Slardar as well.
Yeah.
Like when the offlaners comes, you get just disrupted and stunned, and you're just sad boy.
I think they need like a high damage side laners then for EG, because even though they have like the disruption into crush, like that alone doesn't really offer enough damage.
I'm kind of interested why no one picked Omni Knight yet. Like I feel like this
Pretty good
hero, yeah, like Omni Knight Medusa, it's basically you can't lose. Like you don't really do anything, but yeah, that's fun. Yeah. All right.
On cue.
And you guys would take Razor here, right? Most likely.
Yeah.
You don't have to say. You don't have to answer that question.
I mean, Razor is just so good versus those melee heroes versus Tidehunter, Omni
It's a
Knight.
beautiful Razor game.
Yeah.
They've got two of them in Nyx. It's like hard to stun him
Beautiful.
too.
Like Exotic Deer is your carry player. He would be. He'd be yelling for Razor here, right?
Yeah, just put Razor against Omni. And
Even BSJ.
Game of his life.
I would probably want to play Razor this game, even like as sad as that's or weird as that sounds, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the job on the Omni Knight, because you generally want to pressure the lane, and if there's Razor, there's no way you can pressure him, like ever. Like, if you don't try lane this hero, like, there's no way Omni Knight can do anything to Razor.
And sometimes you can get like creative with the lane setup, but then they have Tiny as well, so it's not like we said, they have two cores that Razor's really good against.
And also Omni, like the only way he can really play this lane if it's Razor, he has to pull the lane, right?
Yeah.
So, but he can't
skip the creeps.
Yeah,
But they have supports for that are good
Yeah, they have
against that.
SD.
Yeah, and he won't be able to pull Ripple off if he just get disrupted and Slardar stunned, so it's kind of hard lane for him.
Normally S4 plays with the Tusk, but this game doesn't have that Tusk. Drow. Okay. Drow is quite good versus Omni as well.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they don't have really, like, way to get to her, to draw. Like, they don't have Lycan, they don't have, I don't know, something to be on top of her. They can, like, maybe toss Omni Knight in or something like this, or toss the Nyx.
It's easier to pressure draw in lane than Razor. Maybe they can try.
Yeah.
Go Omni Nyx.
They definitely
Pressure
should
a
try that.
They have to, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
like, they're gonna
Yeah,
just
they
lose
just
the lanes.
OG needs resolutions hero last. Mid. And EG need
a hero that needs no help, I think. Like, I think, like, aside from anything else, they have a Drow and a Medusa who they have to put a lot of effort into protecting, like you guys said earlier. And I think, like, if they pick a hero that just, for Universe, that does its own thing, I think is really important. That's why I think Batrider was a really good ban. He's traditionally a hero that just kind of pulls.
Where you bust out the offlane Enchantress, man. No joke. And Slardar and SD draw safe.
That fits the bill.
It would be. I actually think it would be, you're an offlane. You like playing this offlane Ench, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a strong hero, like, you can just always create so much space.
So greedy,
Whoa.
actually.
They are greedy. I kind of would like to see Invoker on OG. Invoker versus Duza is so good as well. Like, with the Tornado EMP, you can control her for so long as well.
Looks like they've made their decision. They're like, oh,
EG draft looks super greedy, but OG heroes can't really pressure, so I feel like good.
I mean, I like what the
Patos
said. Sorry, Patos. I was gonna mix like Katos or some shit. Okay, Arkward.
Arkward, alright, this hero. Yeah, I'm not fan of this hero at all. Like,
If it was a good Arc-Orin game, though, he's traditionally good against ranged cores, right? Because they can't attack through his bubble. I'm just trying to valid, you know.
Some mechanic yesterday, like if SD disrupts the illusion from Arkward, the illusion dies, the clone stays alive till the next illusion dies. So that clone is alive for a full minute or so. I saw it in the game. I was watching.
Is it when he resummons or when the next one dies?
I think when he
resummons.
I think I'm not sure if he resummons or dies, but it's
still a while.
The SD got so many last hits. Just
that's like you can just farm all the buff.
It was actually it looked fun.
Yeah, so the clone acts as a hero in almost every way, so it's kind of weird. Like you can like essence shift steal from it too, like with Slark and
yeah. So okay, we haven't seen this Arkward hero. We saw it yesterday, but we haven't seen it in a while. Like my last recollection of this hero, Midwan played it. And then before that was the Envy Arkward and a TI. That's like no one really picks this hero anymore.
How this hero works,
and everyone remember how that turned out.
Yeah. And no one really knows what this hero is.
What's the win condition of this hero? Like,
I don't know.
40 minutes or
just farm.
It's
for
clowny games. That's why Envy like playing this hero, right? These clowny. You're down 2 racks, but you have bubble.
Yeah.
So
And suddenly you can just, like, it's good that they changed that you could have a rapier before and stuff, because it was just bullshit. Like, when Arc Warden could just come at your throne and just kill it.
He just sat in Fountain and then, like, sent a clone with BKB.
Yeah, you had,
Divine.
like, BKB, 2 rapiers, Mask of Madness, and good luck defending.
So,
whose draft do we like better over here?
I feel like
EG's draft is better. Like, they don't have to do much to win the game.
They don't have to do
the
stuff.
only problem I see is, like, where is Slardar going to farm his dagger, but they don't really need it, they just have to play defensive.
I think Drow can leave lane, right? Like, once you get 6, maybe just...
Yeah, but Medusa's gonna leave the lane
yeah,
as well.
Medusa is gonna jungle as well, so...
both of those heroes
they
kind
might
of want to go to the
farm.
Ancients and stuff. Like, I feel like a lot of depends how early game goes for OG. Because if they have to pressure a lot, like they have to win the lanes, they have to...
If they somehow win the lanes, it's be good for them.
Yeah.
I don't see really how they win.
Yeah, if they get next 6
phase.
and stuff like this.
you don't see who wins the laning phase?
OG.
Yeah. So it's like, this kind of reminds me of like the EG Game 3 versus you guys, you know? Like, you guys didn't really... You guys had to sit and farm with the Medusa and get fat, and EG had to be the one that like made all the moves. And it's kind of similar to what you're saying. Because if this game does go late, I don't feel OG really has a... Even though this Arc Warden, like, there's Void and Slardar and... Like, what is he really gonna do?
Maybe if Omnis has like Refresher, Scepter and sits in Fountain and just press 2 spells, then maybe OG has a chance, but it's like...
Do you think it's possible that the Arc Warden like hits his timing before EG does? Like, is that a thing?
Oh, EG's actually going aggro.
Oh.
They're doing what Complexity does versus Withdraw.
Yeah, they do.
guys seen
They put the aggro lane with like a melee support. and
Yeah,
the
but they're
other
changing as well. OG is changing already. Omni is heading bottom, Tiny is heading top.
Was there a ward that saw this happen, or...?
I don't think so.
Not
I feel
look
like
like
just Jerax saw that no one is taking the rune top, so they just realized that something is happening.
I think this is more so to like enable the Void, because with Drow, like Drow doesn't create space for anybody, so giving her like a free farm start doesn't really do much for you.
These cores, these EG cores, just remind me of like some TI6 draft they've had, like some Drow Medusa Void. You know what? You know?
Yeah.
I swear I've seen this at like TI6 or something. But so slow, because like none of these heroes can really do anything. Like the core heroes can't do anything. Like at least you guys, we had like some Ench and Tide to pressure, right?
Yeah.
But Void is like, there's a reason this hero hasn't really picked much as an offense.
It's just really greedy hero. Like all you do is just farm and sometimes use the ultimate.
More trouble?
I'd go down here actually. He has a salve, but
yeah, he was playing a bit cocky there with the heal on the SD, but I don't know if that kill really.
Like,
it doesn't really matter. Like it kills only matter after like 10 minutes.
He has so many creeps here. Oh, good stun there from Jerax.
nice tango through the
And he has salve right now, so it's bad for EG.
This is really good for OG. Look at the last hits right now. The Tiny is kind of free farming because he's versus Void, and meanwhile the Drow he missed quite a few last hits
I
trying
feel
to
like
chase.
the decision to go tri-lane with Drow is...
A lot of the other like Complexity's done it as like a dual lane where it's kind of just meant to protect the Drow by having like a Slardar there to help her, and they don't really look for kills or anything while they do like a dual lane mid or safe. I like that a little bit better, yeah, because like you said, like they're losing with the Void too.
I feel like having farm on Drow early on is not that important.
Yeah, he just needs level 6, that's all. Like, right now, mid lane is so beautiful.
Yeah, I feel if Shadow Demon TP top right now, Tiny would have nothing.
Look at Medusa's last hit.
Yeah.
Look, it's 1-1.
And there's 0-6 on the Rasta, so that's like so nice already.
That's what Lil was saying before you guys came. I don't know if you were listening, but he says like Na'Vi and them really like setting this Rasta mid to just deny.
Yeah, just deny scripts.
We do it as well, but on the safe lane, the Rasta.
I don't think like tri-lanes against dual lanes are very good right now, just because usually the dual lane's going to get something out of the lane, and then you proceed to lose 2 other lanes.
Yeah.
Even if you get kills, they don't mean that much.
Yeah.
So.
And the bounty runes doesn't give you much as well right
in the
now.
early game, yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't really matter that you have 3 people there to secure the bounty runes, because it doesn't give you anything there.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of last game in terms of OG are the ones winning all the lanes. And they're winning by them a bit.
I feel like someone needs to go top right now for EG and stop this Tiny. It's gonna be a problem, and Void will have nothing this game if it continues like this.
The Tiny was actually 1v1 versus the Void
Yeah,
from the start.
It's not fun lane for Void for sure.
It's just the damage from Tiny. He hits for like 90 with the tree.
You have
Hit
to
the
have,
creeps and hits you, and there's nothing to do.
you have to be a Tide Hunter or some range hero to play versus Tiny, otherwise it's just impossible.
I'm not really a fan of this Void pick, but you know, Universe Void. He's gonna come in with the clutch. Chrono.
His Dark Reverse Void is known, so probably.
I would have liked Ench in this game. I think this is a good offlane Ench game. What do you like? Ench Slardar together? So they would have owned.
Yeah, if they dual lane for sure. If Ench was left alone, then Rasta, Nyx, and
No, you definitely have to.
you have to dual lane for sure.
But this Ench with Jora and you start with Orb of Venom is actually
and you just
strong.
and you get one creep, and the creep's good buff as well a lot. So
because all you really need to do is like what you said, just make space for the Medusa, right? Like the Ench, he can be a complete.
Medusa can win the game alone. Like, she don't need help from Void. Or...
Yeah, and late the game, it's like even if Ench didn't have farm early on, he can just like stay later in the game when everyone goes on Duza, he can just stay far and just shoot the
Is he dead here?
impetus.
He has no stick or anything.
OG's doing a really good job with the lane. I feel both their supports are like playing exactly where they should have been. And you can see like the last hits and the
they are winning every lane basically.
They're both Fly and Jax. Even in the last game, like in the mid game, they played really well.
We all agreed that like Drow's farm at the start of the game. Like usually she's the third position in regards to farm, and like she's the one that has the most farm right now. So overall, not only are they like down in CS, but I don't love the fact that they're giving it to Drow.
Omni is getting a lot already. He's level 4. He's gonna be level 5 soon, so he's gonna like be a fighter soon.
They sent 3 heroes to shut down the Omni, and he has more lasses than the Drow. That is bad news. You lose every lane in Dota. Things are gonna look rough.
Swing and a miss. Nobody saw it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's already too late to change the lane, so can't really do much now.
They just need to wait for level 6 on Void and then like make a
but even with
gank
level
or
6 with Void, like how they can kill anyone in Chrono.
I mean, the thing is like, what it should be is if Void goes off map, Omni has a TP.
Yeah,
and
there's no way.
Yeah. All he has to do is TP mid, because he will obviously go for the Arc Warden, right?
Yeah.
Omni TP's mid, heals the Arc Warden. Arc Warden lives, that's it. EG's like literally they can't do anything for 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes again, they can only have
I don't know if they need the Omni TP even, like, just survives.
They can honestly even turn it with the Omni TP.
Yeah, Omni right now, Nyx and Omni are like winning this.
Oh yes, Carapace.
You're baited.
Oh, S4, what a sick, that's sick juke there. Oh my god, that was sick by S4. Wow.
This is looking pretty grim.
Oh my god.
They're just like spreading themselves too thin. I thought, like I said, they had the Drow and the Medusa, like these cores that rely on being protected, and now that this Void's vulnerable, like all 3 of their cores are
they can really farm. They need supports to protect them.
Meanwhile, OG's like not threatened by anything. They're the only catch again on side of EG is supports. Like they did that the first game too.
I feel like the Void pick wasn't even that bad, but the laning decisions cost them really much.
Yeah, they're not making like the adjustments to the lineup that they need to make.
There's a big stack as well on top for the Tiny. He's gonna farming.
He has Chrono. Bash. There you go. Nice play.
I mean, that's the one hero on the map you can kill with Void, so
yep.
Great usage.
We take those, right?
I mean, that looks really bad now. Like that's their only play, you know?
It looks bad, but like if they don't lose too much towers early on, it should be fine. Like they can just stay on the high ground, but if like they just can't lose too many tier 1s, tier 2s too early on, they should be fine. Like they have Duza. Like Duza level 20 and he's gonna be like unkillable.
He doesn't have a Eldasage Ogre though.
He has Raw Aura though, so gonna farm anyway fast.
True.
I feel at one point in the game they will come to this moment that they will lose all the towers. When Tiny is a bit stronger, Arc Warden is a bit stronger. You just keep losing towers and there's not much you can do to protect them.
OG, like I think around Kiev Major, they were picking this Arc Warden Rasta strat a lot. This was a while back, but it was like no-till Arc Warden safe lane and Rasta safe lane. and they would just like have this timing push with the bubble and the Rasta wards.
Yeah.
Does it speed them up?
I don't know what it does exactly, but they would just take your racks immediately. You guys remember that? It was a while back, around like Kiev Major actually, not Boston, but had this Rasta Arcward strat.
I hope that Tiny will go for Blink like after Aquila, like so he can just run around map and kill people. Like this draw, this void, this supports. Only Medusa is like probably unkillable for him, but like every single other hero is easy kill for Tiny if he gets Blink.
He loves his bottles on his side laners.
Yeah, S4 loves it as well. Like those two guys always do the bottle.
Face boots, he's feeling strong on this Omni. OG, what is their what do they need to make that move? The Rasta 6, are they maybe you're gonna use it on top lane?
Yeah, you definitely take tower of Rasta
6. Nick 6 too.
The tome is up in 50 seconds. Can we check what level Rasta is really fast? Level 5? Yeah, everything just looks so nice.
It's awesome.
Chrono.
Yeah, but it didn't hit the Tiny,
no
so he can't
damage.
really kill anything.
You got a 1600 HP rock running at you.
It's actually big, this TP by Dro, because now he can't TP bottom, and now like he has to go heal, so they can immediately just run a top tower, even without the Rasta wards.
Yeah, there's no shrine either.
And now Omni's gonna have a free lane bottom for like another minute and a half. Oh yeah, he's actually giving Nyx to the lane, which is really smart.
Yeah, he needs level 6. Like it's gonna be probably just 4 people running around.
Oh my god, he
as
almost
OG.
died alone.
And Arc Warden is gonna farm on the map, and then they just will go at tier 3s.
Looks quite chill for OG. So no, what?
He walked into the trap or something. Yeah, it seems he went into the trap on the mid lane.
Boy TP's back. Now, the tome, is the tome on the courier? I guess Ross is getting level 6 top regardless.
That's like the problem with the cores of EG. Like Tiny just does whatever he wants, and like anyone who runs into him, he just does exactly what you just saw and bullies them, forces them to TP, and he's just pressuring and constantly.
They have no damage at all.
Yeah, Ross to use the wards top.
They will pressure mid as well with catapult or not. No.
Omni might go down here. He's fine.
Oh.
I mean, they are killing Omni, but it doesn't give much really.
They lost a tower meanwhile.
And they are gonna lose probably. He used the wards, alright. I thought that he's not gonna use the wards and he's gonna try to use the wards on like mid lane or tier 2. I'm not sure if they needed to do it. I feel like not really. It was like kind of waste.
They had a siege wagon there too. A good silence there. Oh.
Oh, you know.
The Tiny gonna die as well.
What's happening?
They are just feeding right now.
And that's quite bad.
Yeah, Omni that is like here, but he's not gonna help at all. Like he can't lane here as well.
I feel like they should have just walked mid after top
Yeah,
tower.
there's no reason to be bottom.
They could already, like if they had wards, they could even be a tier 2 on top already. Like the Void Peak I kind of like, because it doesn't really, like Tiny, his ultimate obviously and his status resistance, like he doesn't get like the stuns are shorter, but the chrono isn't shorter. Like it's always gonna be the same duration. With Slardar and Draw, he can actually probably just die in the chronospheres. Like in the late game, if he just gets the chronosphere on top of him.
Oh shit. There's something Lil was talking about last game is like the playstyle of like playing fast doesn't feel as good in this patch. Like what do you guys think about what he said there? Like he feels like you make all these moves and you play really fast, but it doesn't really give you as much as before, and just sitting and farming on course feels much better.
A little bit better to just sit back and farm. It's way easier to play a game like this right now. Farm creeps.
So with that you say that EG still is like a very good shot at winning this game.
Yeah, for
maybe they went for the creeps a bit too much with their core.
These are really big kills.
Like OG is just dying on the map all the time. Like Tiny is just dying second time. No reason.
There is no coordination in OG's moves, like everyone is playing alone right now, it looks like.
And do you think this is because of like their map, like they're not playing together in communication, or just like they're not going for the right objectives, or what?
Yeah, I feel like they shouldn't use the word stop and just go take mid tower together. Like with 3 heroes, EG can't do much.
Yeah, they should just rotate with 4 heroes somewhere, like Rust
I
and
feel like
Omni
staying
and
bottom
Omni.
is pointless. Like they can't do much there. Focus on the other lanes.
Wow, that's so much damage.
He has stick charges, but definitely not a
Did they kill?
Arc Warden though.
Resolution dies here though.
Yeah, he has no TP, so he's gonna die.
Time dilation.
That's fine for OG.
Yeah,
like,
definitely fine.
Yeah. Because like, if this Medusa is gonna get fat regardless, right? If the Slardar gets these kills, like that's his blink, and then that's like the momentum. He's gonna.
Like I'm not sure, but I think they use the wards on the bottom lane right now at tier 2. I hope.
Artur died bottom. I got these bashes.
Gotta get one more.
Yeah, but he's his carps.
It's like a long chase. If Lil was here, I want to see his reaction. His face.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Slardar is going to die.
Like
Funny.
Slardar is gonna have Blink Dagger soon. Even though the last laning stage it's gonna be like 15-minute Blink Dagger, so it's perfect timing for him.
I do think though, if OG kind of like, even though they had those deaths, suddenly like they killed both the cores, and now they just need to wait for the roster awards, and like they still have the big advantage.
Yeah, they can still play this way
easily.
they want to.
Yeah, they have right now Rasta Ward, like in 4 seconds or something.
And this Rasta is
They
so
are still
farm.
taking towers. I mean, not bad.
On a positive note for EG, Tiny has gotten like 1,000 gold in the last 6 or 7 minutes. His farm has been really. He's like about to complete a blink, which is really good for them. But a couple deaths were really hard on his item progression.
50 gold for this blink on Slardar.
I feel like skill build on Nyx is quite interesting as well. He has 2 points in stun and 4 in Carapace. No in mana burn, no in stun.
Oh yeah, no mana burn is interesting.
Yeah, like I can understand 2 points in Carapace, but like more it's quite interesting.
Feel like it's quite okay. Doesn't do much at the beginning of the game, even against Duza.
He's so hard to kill for their heroes. Like this Carapace saved him so many times, right?
And their way of killing you is like disruption into Slardar stun, so Carapace out of the disruption.
The thing about OG right now is their vision is like amazing. Like looking at the wards, they have like really good wards on the where Joe wants to farm, and they have another ward on the Ancients.
He's
In trouble.
the bubble.
No, there's Omni Knight.
Carapace. Run away. Oh, they don't have
No dust?
Nap him,
Alright.
Literally, OG sees everywhere where EG farms. So.
I feel there's no reason for EG to defend those towers, especially tier 1s. It's still good. They're taking tier 1 mid at like 16 minutes with wards, so it's not that bad. Just let them take the tower and farming.
Yeah, they should just
I feel like the tier 1 mid
like
tower should be dead this game like at 10 minutes, not 16, so they are perfectly fine with it.
What tower do you think EG can go for? Do you think they should take this bottom tower? Possible? They just run there as 5?
There's no way to take towers.
Yeah, they shouldn't take towers. They should
It's
just
not
like.
worth it, right?
Yeah, it's not worth it. If he
farming.
dies, it's like not worth it. They should just speed push like as much as possible. They should have like some sentries with wards to see next rotations, and just speed push a little.
Bottom.
Like they want to get.
Yeah, they
want to
take bottom. And OG doesn't have roster wards up, so they can't rush
Yeah,
that.
maybe that's the call.
I think this is fine, because like...
Yeah, without the Rasta wars,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's a good call to push, actually.
Because you still want to at least take one tower
Yeah.
for map control, right? And I don't think OG can run into
Yeah, now they can take
Chrono.
their jungle a bit,
Yeah.
tower down.
It's still hard for OG to run into Chrono and Medusa.
Yeah.
It's like the game you guys played, right? Medusa Tide. They couldn't run into you,
Yeah.
so...
You just have to speed push a lot.
Yeah.
Like versus Duza, Tidehunter, those are not really heroes that are mobile and can defend towers so easily. They have to run to the towers and stuff like this.
It does feel kind of hard to split push in this patch if you don't have like Morphling though. I don't know
Heroes
why
aren't
exactly.
really that good for push waves.
So many ways to wrap around you. I feel like.
The new shrine, especially if you look at the Radiant Shrine and the Radiant Shrine in the
Bottom
Radiant
one.
Jungle.
Bottom one.
That one makes it so it's really hard for Dire to split push, I feel. They can always TP in and stop.
Yeah,
it.
you have to have a ward there for sure. Like always, if you are on the bottom
Yeah, they
tier
have
too.
good ward right now on the shrine, so...
Tour should have his Lothars now coming in. G still chilling and farming.
I like the Shadow Blade choice. It it allows them to be more survivable walking on the map, and they can also follow up the Slardar.
Yeah, they can pick up with Slardar.
Well, not when Slardar's dead.
Second time in a row.
Yeah, just Nyx on the invis, finding the hero. Tiny coming up.
But I mean, it's just Slardar dying, so it's not that bad. Now the course can farm.
Tiny is. I feel like something like Manta or AC would be Tiny. Sanjin, Yosh.
Where'd the word on that?
The question is how Arc Warden gonna, like, what he's gonna do. Like, he has just
really
been farming. Like, what he's gonna be, like, timing, what he's gonna do soon.
I don't know still.
Yeah, I don't know as well. Like, I feel like I know what then can Tiny in the next Omni and Rasa do, but what's gonna happen? What's the timing of Arc Warden?
The hero is so weird. It's the weird hero. Like, when is he strong to fight? No? Now?
I don't know. I mean, from what I understand watching the limited amount I have, it's like he's like a 5-slotted hero until like before he fights. That's kind of weird in the current.
It's like it's kind of why Invoker as well, right? He feels a bit weak. He needs like 25 or something.
Wow, he's gonna live.
Oh,
Trouble. Yeah, he's down.
Oh, the disruption.
That.
GA? Wow. That's big. Now they still have roster wards.
yeah, they can just rush right now.
The Omni Knight with the bubble is so disgusting.
Yeah,
you can't kill anyone
that
at
Nyx
all.
was like 100 health and he just lives.
I feel like Medusa should have ulted there. Like, after the universe didn't use the chrono.
EG just wanted to smoke Roche, right? And
Yeah.
they found Nyx, so quite unfortunate. They will Roche now, so...
But question is, like, who's gonna take the egg? Is like Tiny. If Tiny takes it and dies, he's gonna still be in the same place. Like,
I think he still has to take it. He's like they're building
Yeah,
it. No Breathless taking it. I'm just, you know,
yeah, Resolution takes it.
maybe to farm more aggressively.
Oh, you can siege with that hero for sure.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
put the bubble on you, and the Medusa actually can't hit you.
Yeah,
I feel like they could
long range
siege
siege is
before
probably better
even,
here.
but now with Aegis it's for sure. Like before
actually-
that he might felt a bit scared about the chrono, so they
That's
didn't push.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. The counter they have is like Medusa can't defend versus the Arc Ward with the bubble when he's sieging.
Yeah, because it's the right click.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Now I know why they.
I mean, that's why I'm like, that's the only application I ever see of Arc Warden is picking him into range cores. That's a good point about
the
offensively
win
sieging.
condition versus Medusa is being able to siege, though, right?
That is true. Yeah.
So
Omni Knight. What a hero.
Yeah, no tail, just solar crested up. I like the build. Is that
Omni Knight has Solar Crest.
great build out? Bubble to save Omni here.
bit messy from OG.
Yeah, I mean, Arc Warden has edges, but he like can't do anything there. Like, it's not the fight they wanted to do. Like, Omni Knight had to use the spells. They didn't have GH as well. Tiny blinked away because he lost some HP.
Really good for EG.
I mean, I felt what should have happened there is that they should have waited for the Arc Ward bots, and he pushes bottom, and then they just go as top as 4.
Yeah,
Like I don't feel like they shouldn't be able to be bottom.
they can go high ground. I feel like.
Yeah, so they should be taking fights on like EG side of the map, not their own.
This Rasta is so farmed. That's the problem as well. Whenever Rasta is gonna like get some items and level 20, and there's gonna be like refresh and stuff, he's just gonna come at your axis, put the wards up, and good luck defending.
He's actually so hard to kill too. For his like Ghost Scepters. What damage do they have?
Yeah, I mean
Ghost
he's like
Scepter?
same net worth as Void right now. Like,
Oh man, yeah, you're right. I mean,
Speaking of fours, I really like the way Jerax played this game. Hardcore.
alright, this one was bad.
oh, well, you weren't even trying. Come on.
It's a hard name to remember.
Yeah, quite
Kator.
hard.
Kator.
Don't try right now. Yeah, I feel like Nyx is playing really good this game, like finding the right heroes to kill. It's really nice to play Nyx with core like Tiny with the dagger. You can kill everyone on the map.
He's like, since he's doing so much scouting, Rezo's just like chilling, farming wherever he wants.
Yeah, and he's not really like position 4, he's more like position 5 right now. All he has to do is like scout people out Like, he doesn't farm. He has 3k net worth. He doesn't have like anything. Rasta is farmed, though.
I wish my pub teammates under.
There's no way.
Yeah. Wishful thinking.
How are you guys? NA pubs experience has been first time in North America, right?
Yeah,
Really bad.
yeah, quite. I mean,
there's no position 5 in NA pubs.
Yeah, they love to buy Windlace for some reason. I don't understand why. They buy Courier, or they buy Windlace and Clarity.
They buy Courier.
They've done their job once they bought that Courier, right?
Yeah.
Don't try to convince them
I'm really
otherwise.
happy if they buy Courier.
Yeah, there are no
usually
words.
don't.
Yeah.
So.
Have you guys met the guy with the emo Pikachu in the icon? No?
No, I don't think so.
His name is Emochu. You
haven't played NA until you
met him. Yeah, played until you met him.
I love the China pubs though. Like, people were so kind there. Like, you could pause for like 20-30 minutes and they would just not unpause at all. Like, you could just go, take a walk, eat something, and the pause would just stand there. Like, I don't understand how it works. And everyone just waited. They asked if they can go.
So did you do that? You went pause, took a walk?
I mean, I didn't, but it was like 20 minutes, I think, like the longest pause.
Wow.
And I went to eat something. I don't understand how it works, but
the fact that it happens like that somewhere makes me feel wishful.
Okay, nice chrono from Universe there, but they have no damage.
Drow's is getting gone on. He's their damage.
Yeah, the problem right now, they have no chrono, so they can just high ground probably. They have good ward as well on top lane for
How long
OG.
do they have on the Aegis?
Yeah, so they could just like walk there, put Rasta wards.
They want to take bottom tier 2, and what they can do is like the bots, Arcorn can push top lane and they can be bottom, right? With Illusion. Sync up like
This is
that.
kind of like the map control farm Aegis, right? You plan in with the next one? That's usually how it goes in these type of games.
Yeah, they don't even have to like go high ground as well. They don't have to
EG is not farming at all right now.
Yeah, they can just close them up. They can just close EG.
They have Nyx, there's no way you can leave the base as EG.
And next Aegis, Arcorn will be like 5 or 6 slotted, and that's what I kind of guessed. Like maybe he'd hit his timing before EG does. And it looks like that's what OG was going for.
And they're just splitting to like taking 200 damage from the tower. It's fine for them.
That disruption was so.
Looks like EG is really desperate to do something, but not much to do really.
They just have so much defense on OG.
Yeah. I mean, they tried to shut down the Omni Knight, but he's like so much this game.
Medusa is dead.
Ah.
No 20, no level 20, no talent. It's rough.
No Chrono to defend, looks like Rax is dying.
They could just be content with backing off here, but they're probably reset.
I mean, they don't have really HP and mana.
Yeah, they're actually. They realize if they're gonna lose this game, it'd be by dying right here. They forced a buyback, got tier 3.
Like, they can just chill right now. They should just close them up as well. They shouldn't like go back everyone. They should just stay there and don't let the EG devour anything. Stuff like this, and just wait, chill for the next Aegis. Let Arcorn do his thing, split push and stuff.
I have no idea what he can do to come back to this game.
5-man chrono or something like this.
I don't think it helps. They won't kill anyone.
Draw right clicks.
Into draw, silence, into Medusa ulti. The combo.
There you go. Into 5-man stone gaze?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna work for sure.
So 5-man chrono where they're all facing this.
Got it. Just go to bait. Slardar gonna bait and Voice gonna put the chrono up, I'm sure.
Ready.
Slardar need to survive somehow to ump someone.
I like this Omni's build. Roller Crest to save his teammates, then he's just like, you guys, as long as he doesn't die at the start of the fight, then they don't lose fight.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested why he didn't buy the Ion Disc. Like, this is the item I love on Omni Knight. Like, the one that procs on 80% HP.
But you mentioned the Acceptor, and that's
yeah, Acceptor as well, but I feel like Ion Disc is so good item as well, like late game on the Omni Knight.
Yeah, I feel like he's not threatened this game at all to die, so...
Maybe the use is just for the Void spell as well, for the time dilation.
No, Ohio likes going to use, just you move so fast as well, like you're just annoying to kill. It's a feel good item. Base.
Even with the SNY, right?
it's so weird to play as EG now. Like what exactly do you even do? How do you really come back? Like because OG really, it's up to right now. OG more I feel to screw up than
definitely.
EG, right? Even
this dead. There's no damage.
Oh, he got the G off. Oh my god.
So he walked in.
And he can't even like turn on the spell because he had Mask of Madness on. He's not gonna have mana. Yeah, that's
no buyback.
probably.
Looks like game.
Just like that.
Rasta's dying in that.
Rasta doing Rasta things.
I feel like everything comes back to the laning phase, then decision from EG.
But
Try lane bot.
They just gave like all 3 cores on the side of OG.
Yeah.
I like the awkward pick versus the Medusa and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I see it now.
it's good because it's like splitting them up all the time. It can be anywhere.
I mean, it's good this game because he got farmed
Yeah,
as well.
that's as well. Like,
I would like to see it like in the game when Medusa has farm as well, how it works.
Could definitely go both.
probably both people just sit in the fountain and stuff like
My
this.
god. Like an interesting thing to talk is like in this game EG lost all their lanes and the game was very easy for OG to win, I feel, right? Like, there was maybe 1 or 2. Last game EG completely won the lanes, like even harder than OG did this game in a way. But you can see OG's like mid game, like I felt they just they played a lot like cleaner than EG in both games. Would you agree with that?